this way we have an honest relationship and we move forward in real time.
Yeah.
As opposed to, all right, cool. Well, Talib in Miami, but then Talib don't want to tell me to do the people's party. No, Talib.
You know I hit you up.
Yes,
like,
yes. I know I'm using you as an example,
right.
but I'm not using you as an
Nah,
example. What I mean is, like, so many people will drop that ball. Like this is what we are. Like one half. You know how many times you did Drink Champs? You did Drink Champs even when Drink Champs wasn't Drink Champs.
By the way, I'm gonna campaign right now for a Drink Champs green jacket. For people who have been on more than 5 times. I need my jacket.
That's a great idea. Or like the golf jacket.
Yeah.
I'm taking your idea. That is hard.
See, I didn't have to campaign that hard. You know what I'm saying?
No, that is hard, and that's what I'm saying. So this is actually, but most people, like I say this all the time. I say I don't have pride when it comes to me succeeding to another place.
Right.
And you know who don't have pride? DJ Khaled told me this. When DJ Khaled wants something from you, he gonna find you in Nebraska.
Yep.
He gonna find you in Italy. He gonna find. He has no pride. We're still good for Thursday. We still good for Thursday. And he's like, I'm gonna get my word. And he'll do it again. He'll do it again. He'll do it again. And it reminded me of the relentlessness I used to have prior to success. Why should that relentlessness stop with any success?
A lot of people don't know, and I'm gonna just say this out here. We interviewed DJ Scratch, and we're gonna do that again. Shout out to DJ Scratch because we're gonna do that interview again. But he defended Khaled, and I was outside when Khaled was popping in Opium.
Yes.
I wasn't really outside when Khaled was popping with the reggae parties.
But
I've heard the legacy.
Yeah.
And Khaled, people gotta put respect on his name.
Khaled deserves every accolade that he gets.
Yep.
And like I said,
I believe.
When he was on college radio, he calls me the same way. If he needs something from me, he does not care I'm busy.
Yeah.
He
Right.
does not. I don't even think he'll say, "Yeah, I know you're busy."
Right.
I don't even think he'll say that. I think he'll be like, I need you Thursday, 8 a.m.
But you also know that when you work with him, he gonna make it official.
That's passion.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Khaled.
It's like, I'm sorry to jump around. I tell producers all the time. I say, if your passion is not like Swiss Beats,
I love Swiss Beats.
You shouldn't participate in this.
I love Swiss Beats. Yeah, if you're not passionate like Swiss Beats, yep. What happened? No. What did you do? No.
Hey, homie, I'm getting tired. Dude, just
stop.
I need you Thursday, 8 a.m.
But you also know that when you work with him, he gonna make it official.
That's passion.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Khaled.
It's like, I'm sorry to jump around. I tell producers all the time. I say, if your passion is not like Swiss Beats,
yep,
then don't participate. Then you shouldn't participate. You ask Swiss Beats right now to this day, and you bring up Bad from TV, he'd be like, I'm still mad at Nori. This is 25 years ago.
One of the greatest posse cuts. Posse cuts was still a thing back then. One of the greatest posse cuts of all time. Everyone on their A game.
Yes.
The nigga Nature said, I get pussy because my father's features. Come on, bro.
You'll pop another bottle, but let me just tell you. Let me just say, as great,
still working the club.
Yes, as great as Band from TV is, the beat never dropped.
No.
And Swiss Beats never. There's a whole nother part of Band from TV somewhere that has a whole nother beat. And Swiss Beats has never forgave me for it.
Word.
Even though the record is a success, it's a hit record, and I appreciate that so much. I tell that to Swiss. I said, yo, I always want to bring up the Band from TV story just to make you mad for 12 seconds. And we could go 8, yes. We could get on our Brooklyn shit. Yeah. But, yeah. I say that to say, like, this passion in this game. Like, when people say they get into this for money, those is probably most of the unsuccessful people in the world.
That's right.
If you don't have passion, like, I would sincerely rhyme for free.
That's right.
I would sincerely rhyme for free.
Not all the time, though.
No,
I went to your party. I went to the party,
Okay.
the 25 anniversary
Oh yeah,
party.
yeah. I didn't want to rhyme.
You
No,
didn't wanna rhyme.
no, I didn't want to rhyme. That's a special moment. I wanted to see my. Thank you for participating.
But I had a great hip hop moment in that party because shout out to my man DJ Fly Guy, who's been killing it in Miami for so long, and
That's
his
my
brother
man.
is Selwyn, who used to be at the source of one of the hip hop magazines.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he's and you had him DJing the party because he's the Miami party guy.
Yes.
And this is one of the greatest moments I ever witnessed in my life.
All right.
I'm in there with, shout out to Raymond Santana, one of the Exonerated Five, and Fat Joe was in there, Jim Jones was in there. And we all celebrating the anniversary of Nori's debut album. And we all celebrating the hip hop in the era, and Fat Joe from the Bronx, Nori from Queens. And he threw on the South Bronx. And you said, hold on. With all due respect.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
We're not listening to South Bronx tonight. Now, I want you to speak a little bit about, because you part of the era, shout out to Royal Flush and Mike Geronimo and Nas and Mobb Deep, but also Capone and Noriega. You were part of the era of MCs that came back and reclaimed the name for Queens when Queens was dissed by Boogie Down Productions and KRS-One.
Right.
And I love being at Yankee State 50 years of
my,
hip hop. Shout out to Nas and Peter and Mass Appeal and what.
Gonna shut my door.
I bought a ticket for that show.
Oh wow!
I bought like 20 tickets. Me and my whole crew, we went to Yankee Stadium. We gonna just be fans. And we was in there with the people. And people like, Tyler Qualley, what you doing here? I'm like, I'm a fan, nigga. And to see KRS-One. Come Fat Joe out there with no shirt on.
No shirt,
Brought KRS-One out. To see KRS-One do the South Bronx and Bridges Over at Yankee Stadium.
It still hurts.
It was crazy. But I'm gonna redeem you because this was Nas' concert.
Right.
So even though KRS came out in the Bronx and Fat Joe did Lean Back and the Bronx was in, this is right down the street from Fat Joe where he grew up.
Yeah.
The end of the show ended not just with Nas coming out. Nas came out and stepped on that stage and said, Queens get the money. And then New York State of Mind did all his Nas shit. And then after Nas, Run DMC from Hollis Queens came out.
That's dope.
So it was good for me to see Queens get redeemed in the Bronx.
And MC Shan was there.
Shan started off the show.
Yes, which I like.
Shan and Marley at 6 p.m.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well, Run DMC went on at 2 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
We was there for like 8-9 hours.
Yeah, I seen Rev Run cursing.
He was doing all those,
Yeah, he was cursing. I was like, go ahead, Rev.
And Run DMC, they said they would never perform again without Jam Master Jay, rest in peace.
Yeah.
So that's the first show they did together since JMJ passed away.
Yeah, damn, I didn't know that. Yeah, you schooling me right now. I didn't know that.
But tell me how it was to live under the shadow of South Bronx and the Bridges Over and have to overcome that.
It's a horrible thing. I had to tell KRS. Because of KRS, you made all the killers in Queens. It's because of you. You need to feel guilty about this. I think so a little bit. But it was a time like I know we haven't gotten to Yusuf Salaam. And we touched on her a little bit,
right?
But it was a time like where I was locked up with them, and people would it was this worst saying in the world. People would be like Queens, because it's like how KRS once said. He said, "I didn't hear a peep from a place called Queens," which was not true.
I'm gonna give context real quick to add to the story.
Good.
Nori was locked up with the Exonerated Five, the Central Park Five.
Yes, I was.
And he saw them going through that.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back on that, but. I remember me walking through the building, walking through the halls, and people just saying, Queens, Queens. And them thinking like Queens is soft, which was not. And then, KRS-One said he didn't hear a peep from a place called Queens. There's no way you couldn't have. There's no way you didn't hear about Fat Cat, Pappy Mason. There's no way. But I get it. It was a diss. He was at war. But to answer your question, yeah, as an MC, as a person, it was hard. So imagine as an MC, as a person, you got to prove yourself that you're not this Queens, you're not that, you're not, you know what I mean? Like,
wow, that's how they used to say it.
That's how they used to say it.
Yeah.
So you got to prove.
I remember, I'm from Brooklyn. I used to say
as a man, you got to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Then, as a person, and then you got to defend yourself as an MC. So it was very hard. It was very hard because those records was like number one. So, to see Nas and Mass Appeal put on a show and allow Fat Joe to, do his thing and allow Fat Joe to do what he wants. I was proud of Nas letting Cameron on stage. Not to like say he let Cam on stage.
That was dope.
But,
Cameron was happy about that too.
Yeah, but that was dope. Like it's dope to see us all grow. It's dope to see this. But to answer you, yes, it was very, very, very hard. You know, growing up as an MC and knowing that you got to defend your town, your borough, and your rap skills.
Yeah.
But I get to the Yusuf Salam, because what is he of Manhattan right now? What is he?
He is the city council of Harlem. I believe he won, which is beautiful. And Yusuf Salam came on our show and talked about him being Muslim in the prison. And a lot of people don't know this about you, Nori, but a lot of people don't know that, you know, you studied 5%, the Nation of Gods of Earth.
I did.
And so, you know, you have the way in which you move in your life, even though, you know, it might not reflect in every single thing you say, it reflects in your actions.
Yusuf was probably the most protected prisoner I've probably ever seen. And that says a lot.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to tell you is Yusuf came in the jail Muslim. Most people convert and then they get, like, from the beginning, the Muslims, like, they knew he didn't do it. Like when I see the respect that he had, and not only that, he would have his moms come up to the jail like once a month and cook for the whole jail on them. Like the jail wouldn't pay for it. This was on. She felt that whole jail. I'm talking about. They might have fed the Aryan Nation. Like that's real. Like they didn't. They might have fed people that called them nigga.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
That's a different level of grace.
That was. I never seen nothing like this. Like they didn't. Like on Thanksgiving, we looked forward to that. We looked forward to Yusuf's family coming and feeding us. So, like,
it's a beautiful story.
One, see them exonerated is fucking so beautiful. You know what I mean? Because when you think about, if you even think about the case, there's no way they could have did it.
Right.
Like, there's no way. This what was fucked up about it is there's somebody probably still running around that did do it.
They actually caught the dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. He admitted.
Yeah,
I remember. And that's what's so fucked up about it. It was one person.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you?
Right.
How did like it was one person who said he acted alone.
Black dudes went to jail.
He acted alone. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Capone because you met him.
You know what's funny? I forgot.
Approaching
the Yusuf, when he said it on your show, he was like, "Oh, I was talking with Capone and Noriega."
Capone and Noriega.
And I forgot that he was with me first, and then he went on the other side and went with Capone.
Right.
So he knows Capone and Noriega before Capone and Noriega was Capone and Noriega.
Right.
All of them do. Raymond, all of them kind of do like, and some of them that I wasn't locked up with, our love for the other brothers makes them feel like we were just all together because I felt their pain. Like it wasn't like, you got to realize that wasn't the easiest thing in the world to be accused of rape at that time.
That's a lynching.
Yeah, because a lot of people say Rikers Island was the wildest jail at that time.
You said that's the first place you caught a suntan.
I did?
You did. You said the first place I went suntanning was the first island I went tanning on.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yes. Okay, I remember that.
Uncle.
Okay, all right. So, what it was at that time was there was these 16 to 24-year-olds. And what they would do was you either go to Rikers Island or you go to this place called Harlem Valley or Goshen or whatever. And that place was more dangerous. You just spoke about Spofford. That place was more dangerous than everybody because you got these young kids
warping to Stargate. Warp drive
that don't
active.
Have a brain.
Okay, guys, I am tired. I have kind of flipped my schedule, and I would like to go to bed earlier tonight, so I am going to go to bed. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your time. You have been watching Skycat Live. I'm a full-time variety gamer all day, every day. Put me on in the background. Come click on the cast face to donate. Come to the Twitch or the YouTube. Thank you so much for all the attention and everything, and thank you for spending time with me today. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow for some more video games. Yeah. And I love you guys. Y'all have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow.